Hey, it's Jocelyn, making a video. Okay, so, um, this is definitely a little rough for me because I haven't really done this for a while, so I'm gonna try not to be too scatterbrained and see what I can do to be as clear as I can with what I'm trying to say, because a lot of it is trying to communicate a feeling more than like a logical thought. So you gotta bear with me. I'm gonna do the best I can to kind of make everything as logical and understandable as I can. And then definitely let me know if I need to clarify better. And ask questions for like me to expand more on something, or just something that kind of flows with what I had already said. Maybe even if you think it's kind of random, just anything that you know seems to kind of be something that you think I would be thinking about and maybe you're curious of. And definitely add to things that I say, because I'm only one piece of consciousness. Like, we're all consciousness, and I don't know everything. I am one person. Like, I would never be like, oh, I'm so knowledgeable, or I know so much, I'm so wise. It's literally just me tapping into the flow anytime I ever say anything at all profound. So, very humble here, and I'm maintaining that because I'm definitely not super in my ego, and I'm not doing this for my ego. I'm doing this to help, and that's my heart. That's where I'm coming from. I want to make a difference one way or another, so I need to know if I am or not. So, keep communicating with me and, stick with me here. Okay. That was a pretty long intro. I'm going to try to keep this video as short and sweet as I can. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in and talk about money management. So, to really think about like holding on to money, because that's what everyone wants to do, right? We don't want to just live paycheck to paycheck like most of us are doing. So we have to look at what is our capacity? What are we comfortable holding on to? What is our limit? Like, if you think about like how much would you want in a savings account? Or, I mean, obviously you want a lot in a savings account, but realistically, like, what would kind of give you anxiety? Like, what would make you really uncomfortable with that? And you can even look at, okay, so if somebody gave you a spontaneous check, I'm not talking like, a millionaire, because it's easy to accept stuff from people that that you're just like, oh, they're a millionaire, it's nothing to them. But I mean like somebody that works hard for their money, is really respectable, you like them, you have kind of relationship with them, so you care about how things affect them more, I guess. And so they come up to you and they're like, here's a check for $100, I just wanted to do something nice for you, I just kind of just felt like doing that. It's like, wow. Thank you, like it would be very like, wow, even $100. I mean, you'd probably accept it and be like, okay. But if it's like a check for $1,000, no, that's a little like, oh, what? Are you kidding me? Like, what is this about? Like, you're gonna be a little confused, maybe a little thrown off. You might accept it, you might not. If it's $10,000, now that I think most people would be a lot more reluctant to accept. I mean, because it's like, wait, what did I do to earn this? This doesn't, no, this doesn't flow with my normal money intake. This isn't really something I know. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, I don't even have that in savings. Like, so that can kind of show where your capacity is, to kind of gauge that of what is a normal amount. I hope that made sense. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the different issues that kind of go with money. So the first person is the person that makes really good money. They make a big paycheck, and they could do anything they really want, and they know that, but it always seems to just slip through their fingers. They can never seem to hold on to their money. And so a lot of times the fear that goes along with that would be fear of losing it all, or whether it's forgetfulness or somebody robbing from them. They have that fear, and maybe they're just uncomfortable having all that money, so they blow it because they're really more comfortable living paycheck to paycheck, and that's actually their capacity, is to just be breaking even, or staying right at that same level. So oftentimes they will be over generous. They'll be the one, never another round of drinks, guys, on me. And they don't necessarily know why they do that, but they do that, or they attract people into their life that they always have to be helping, giving money to, or just people that just take because really that's kind of what they want. And in reality, it's like they're bringing those people into their life to help them because they have the fear of losing it. So if you bring people into your life to just take that money from you, then you don't have that fear of losing it. You're not getting rid of the fear, you're just masking it. But, so you just have to kind of dig deep and figure out, like, why am I blowing it? What am I really afraid of? Why am I not comfortable holding on to this money? So that's kind of one of the first things to do. Then there's the second person that is a lot more stingy. They hold the money so close to them. And that's actually blocking more money from coming in by creating that resistance. When you're holding your money so closely, you're not allowing other money to kind of flow in with the money that you already have. So that's not being in the flow either. And, like the first example, it's like they wanted to be in the flow. They have more of an understanding of the flow maybe, but they're not doing it right because they're giving to people that don't give back. Okay, back to the other one. You're not giving at all. So you're not even attempting to be in the flow. So this one, you're more just like, no, I'm just going to hold on to my money. And because you always fear that you're not going to have enough. You always fear that there won't be more money coming in. And you're creating that reality because you're holding on to what you have so tightly. You're not allowing more money to come in. And oftentimes, that person doesn't have that great of a job. So you don't even have the money to be able to blow. Like, it's just you make enough to be paycheck to paycheck. And then you have to ask yourself, why have I not tried to get a better job? Why have I not put myself out there? And part of it can be insecurities, of like not feeling like you deserve a better job. I'm not educated enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm just not good enough one way or another. And it just comes down to like whatever you are making yourself vibrationally compatible with is what you have. Because everything is energy and molecules, so like, your belief and your desire have to be on the same frequency. And then it's yours. If you think about like any job that you've ever had, you had it because you believed you could have it. Like you didn't get it, like you have to have one or the other, or I mean both of them, belief and desire. So if you didn't desire the job, but you believed you could have it, like the job at McDonald's, you can have that, but you don't really desire that, so you don't get it. Or, some crazy, I don't know, some like high paying office job. You might desire that, but you don't believe you can have it because you don't think you're smart enough. Something like that. So there's like, one thing or another that would be stopping you. But then if you find a job that you feel like, okay, this is more what I want. I mean, it's not great, but I know I can have it. You end up getting that job, but you're not really satisfied. So really what it is, expanding your belief of and going for what you desire, because if you really do truly desire something, then it's already yours. You just have to have it manifested out, if that makes sense. So you just have to kind of pinpoint, where is the resistance? Why is it there? Where's the fear? And why is that there? Because fear is always really close to resistance, and resistance is the thing that's stopping you from being in the flow. And where are you getting too much in your head and not in your heart? That type thing. The other thing is, like, you don't want to treat money like it's separate from you. You want to make it vibrationally you. So if you think about, like, what is money? Money is power. Money is the ability to move through your life with ease, seize opportunities, and seize the day, all this kind of stuff. It's like you think, well, I need money. Money is always a thing. But when you think so much about money, that's what's stopping you. And so you're, but if you are making yourself that, like if you stop and you think, well, I am powerful, I am proactive and assertive in my life, I move through my life with ease, it doesn't always have to do with money, it's me, then you're making yourself very compatible with money. So by being vibrationally compatible with money, it's going to flow into your life with ease. So you just always have to think about where are you vibrationally, and always keeping yourself in balance and really keeping those insecurities in check, because those insecurities that drag you down and make you feel stupid, they're going to make you mess up at that job. If you're so fearful that you're going to mess up and make an idiot out of yourself, then you probably will, because that fear is going to drive you crazy. If you can't get rid of it, then oftentimes you have to actually make that happen to be free from it. And then you lose that job, and then you go right back to where you thought you were, and it goes right back to what you believed, where you didn't believe you were good enough, you didn't believe you were smart enough. And that's the reality you made for yourself. It's not true. You have to change your belief, but that's where it would be. And of course, I've been there. Obviously, I'm a person. And then the other thing I was going to mention is like expectation versus knowing. So if you give with expecting, it's done in a more like, I expect that this person would give back to me, but you're kind of like a little insecure about it. You're not giving from this just free abundance. You're giving from lack. You're giving from hoping that they will fill that spot that you're giving. And that's just not the way to do it. But if you give with a knowing that even if this specific person doesn't give back to me, I will be fine. I'll be given that back one way or another. And you're giving with confidence. You're giving with a sincere just wanting to put something out there. Then you're going to be more in the flow, and you have that knowing that you're okay, and you are. So that's kind of, it's trusting in that abundance. Another thing I was going to talk of is what are your addictions with money? So my addiction was I was addicted to debt. So I had just paid off my car, and then as soon as I paid off my car, I was like, I'm getting a little bored. Maybe I'll buy a new car. Why? Why do I need to pay for another car again? Like, why am I not satisfied with the top of the mountain? Why do I have to create another mountain to get to the top of? It's so dumb. And then it's just like one thing or another, or I just start frivolously swiping my credit card to be like, oh, now I have to pay for my credit card. Or, just like something stupid. It's just like, why? Why do I always have to be plugging away at something? Why can't I just keep things in check? So, that can be one thing. So just, pinpoint what are your patterns, what is it, and then figure out like where to stop it. Be like, I don't need to do that. And then more practicality wise is if you want to start saving, treat your savings account like a bill of like, I'm going to put $100 a month. If you can't do that, do 50, do 20, anything, but just like treat it like it's a bill of like, this is how much I owe my savings account every month, and just do it and just keep doing it. And then once you keep doing that and you keep trusting that you're going to be okay, and then you start, manifesting more money, and you get that better job, and then you're able to start, growing more in that, then it just kind of keeps getting better and better. So, trust in that. Trust in your ability to bring in that money, and that you are going to be okay, and that you are capable, and you are all of these things. Don't ever let any of that stop you. So just keep navigating your life as fearlessly as you can, and be the vibration of what you seek. Basically. I think I've pretty much touched on everything. If any questions, anything that you want more clarification on, maybe I'll do a part 2 if there is more that you wanted clarification on, because I definitely felt like there was more I wanted to say, but I just don't want it to get too long. So, alright, I love you guys.